Well, I'm Tessa Smith with Mama's Geeky.
Hi, Tessa.
Thank you both so much for taking the time today.
Oh,
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's good.
First of all, congratulations on everything.
Thanks.
This movie is so good, but like, did you guys expect it to break all these records and be like literally the #1 movie of 2025? Like, it's insane.
No.
No.
Did you? No, not at all. No, it's crazy. No, honestly, we knew that there was love for the first film, and the first film did very well, so we were super happy to see that. But you know, when you do a sequel, this is my first sequel. You've done one before, right?
I did Moana 2.
Moana 2, you're excellent. But I didn't really know what to expect. Like we hoped we could deliver something as good or better than the first film, and we knew the audience was out there wanting it. It's been 10 years, like coming up in just a couple days. But you know, it's remarkable the fact that not only did people go to see it, but went to see it multiple times, and around the world, the fact that people took the trouble to get out to see it in the theater, and the fact that it's on digital now is a wonderful moment, because our crew put so much dense, amazing detail work into the film. Now you can kind of pause it and see that kind of magic on screen for yourself.
Yeah, it's absolutely one of my favorite things to do with movies, especially because there's so many Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
There's that Stray Kids moment that I could never catch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in there.
Like
yeah.
the one where they're
It's in the car chase.
I could never see
very
it.
quick.
Yeah.
I saw the movie 4 times in theaters, and I was like, "How? I know where it's supposed to be, and I still can't find this."
Yep, it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there.
You have to look screen left
Yeah.
on the bottom.
I found it when it became digital. I'm like, now I
There
can
it
find
is.
you. There
Yes.
you are. But it's just, how fun is it to like weave in like Easter eggs and stuff like that? Because obviously Disney is very well known for that.
Yeah. You know, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we have what I love about working here at Disney Animation is we have the same crew that works on every film. They go from one film to the next film. And so we all kind of know each other. We all have fun, and we all talk about the Easter eggs and laugh about them. And so, you know, there are some big ones that are in there that are written from the very beginning, like the Ratatouille moment. And but there, you know, other ones where the artist will put it along the way. They'll put it on a sign in the background, or they'll, you know, add the hats for Gary the Snake at the end. They added those in, you know, so it's always fun to, you know, we discover them along the way, and it's great.
What was it about this story that made it be like, okay, now it's finally time for a sequel? Because I felt like I waited forever.
I know. Well, Jared and I and Yvette had just finished I don't think we had even finished Encanto. We were not quite even done with that film, but Jared did a little drawing. It said Zootopia 2. And so his brain was already kicking around and the 2 was a snake already. So Gary, it was already, even in that very early, scribbly, terribly drawn sketch, he will tell you he doesn't draw very well. No, actually draws fine. But the fact that we had talked about reptiles and other species beyond mammals in that first film, but that first film really needed to keep those boundaries about just mammals for the storytelling in that first film. But the thought was that Zootopia is one huge city on a huge continent, on a world full of animals. So any animal that exists on Earth could be featured as something we step into. And then when Ke Huy Quan was cast as Gary's voice, that was pure magic. And the fact that the heart of the movie really came from, you know, Gary and his story and the story of his family, and this idea of differences in the movie, both between Nick and Judy, but also between Gary and reptiles and mammals. It all came together in such a beautiful way, and we're so lucky. And again, we have 71 speaking parts in the movie, which is incredible. But our principals, like our cast, are all such incredible people, and they've become part of our family.
I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of snakes.
Yeah.
And then I watched this, and I was like, now I feel bad that I didn't like snakes.
Maybe I should give snakes another. Oh no! Oh why? No, it's like some snakes. No.
Yeah, I too share your not a fan of snakes.
Yeah.
I am terrified of them, and but you know, I give a lot of credit to our design team and our character team and our animators who built so much personality in Gary, because it went from me thinking, are we sure we want to put a snake in this film, to Gary being one of my favorite new characters. So.
Yeah, they're amazing. And honestly, all kidding aside, reptiles are great pets. Like I had pets growing up. I had reptiles and snakes and lizards, and they can actually be kind of affectionate and sweet and kind of cute. They're very clean.
She's like, I don't think so.
Yeah,
not the snakes.
Not snakes. Don't get the bitey snakes. Don't get the venomous ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I do want to talk about, you know, everyone ships Judy and Nick.
Yeah.
So I feel like you guys making them have like a baby was a little like a fake baby. Was that like a nod to that? Like we see you guys, or did that just come with
I
the
like
story?
air quotes fake baby.
Fake baby.
Fake baby. Fake baby.
You know,
Fake baby.
wasn't a real one.
It was Finnick. It was Finnick.
I think there's a little wink at the audience there because we love that these discussions are happening, and so I think that little tease with the two of them, I think it's fun. I think we enjoy it too. Like I love that these guys are soulmates. Like they mean so much to each other, and in this film it becomes even more clear how deep that relationship goes. And in a movie where we debated for a long time like how much time had passed between the first story and the second one. At first it was 5 years, then it was 5 months, and it really felt like we really needed to jump in back to their relationship like right after they teamed up, and they learned so much about each other on this film. And there's so much great fun friction, and I think we would never want to lose that. But honestly, it's like the fact that there are teams and very vocal teams on either side about like what should happen is wonderful. I think that chemistry is great.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They have such a great relationship and friendship. Sometimes we just you meet people in life that kind of you just click with immediately. But there are people on both sides. When the trailer first came out, I was with my daughter's friend's little sister, and she was 6. And she literally, the trailer, she's like, "Are they going to get married or what? They need to get married." And I was like, "Wow, everybody has opinions about this."
Maybe in 3.
You know
you
what?
never know.
I don't know what's
You
going to
never
happen
know.
in 3. So
Listen, I didn't even realize there weren't birds in Zootopia until I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
the sting at the end of the second one. I was like, oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
You guys have thoughts already? I mean, I know you can't say much, but
Yeah, well, honestly, the possibilities are endless, honestly. So
yeah, it is a world that we just love playing in, and if you think about it, like we spend 4 to 5 years on these films, and so we have to absolutely love the world to spend this much time in it. So anything is really possible.
Yeah.
well, I can't wait for the third one, so because I know it's gonna happen.
Really? Okay.
I'm willing it out there, manifesting. Well, thank you guys so much for your time.
thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Congratulations on
Thanks.
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Tessa.
Hey, thank you so much for taking the time today.
My pleasure.
Oh my gosh, I love this movie, and I know you're such a big Disney fan,
It's huge.
and you've worked with them so much.
So many times.
But does it ever get old when they call you and go, "Hey, you want to do this?"
Tessa, absolutely not. I got the call for this film. They came in and they said, "Would you consider being in Zootopia 2?" Would I consider? I was like, I'll pay them to be in Zootopia 2. So it's always a wonderful call because it's not guaranteed. You're not supposed to get a call from Disney ever. So every time it comes in, I'm always excited.
And 2 characters.
2 characters. Insane.
fun.
Insane. Yeah, I got brought in to be the Otter, and then maybe 2 months later they said, "You want to come in and be another character?" I was like, again, absolutely. And then went in and got to be the Baroness. And so just to be a part of this, just to be a part of the legacy of this film is just insane.
When you are doing 2 characters
Yeah.
in one movie, how do you approach it differently so that they don't sound like exactly the same?
I decided that my Otter was pretty much my voice, and she was already just crazy. Like, if you find the cutting room lines of the Otter, it's a whole nother movie. And so by the time I came in to be the Baroness, I knew that I needed to go lower in my register. So she's more hello, she's down there. So it was easy because I knew what I did before.
She's such a fun character.
She's
too.
really cute, and I think she had a little crush on Nick. The sequel might be involved their love story. You never know.
Why not?
Why
Who
not?
doesn't have a crush on her?
Absolutely,
Let's be honest.
absolutely.
Did you create little like backstory for her?
I just decided that she's a dainty lady, even though she's a big old bear, and that she really loves her jewels, and that's why she was so happy she got it back. So that's all I had for her. And the Otter is just insane. She's a tiny little terror. Absolutely.
I love it. Well, congratulations on all of
Thank you.
the success for this movie.
Thank you.
Obviously, Disney is great. Zootopia is amazing. We expected high hopes for Zootopia too.
Yeah.
But did you ever expect it was going to be this much?
No, I'm still pinching myself. I think we're up to 1.8 billion and counting as of today, and we're just the #1 film I heard of 2025.
Yeah, just hit that today.
That's insane. I don't even know where to pack that in my brain, And then the fact that we're now on digital is everything, because I feel like everybody's seen it at this point, maybe a couple times, but anyone that has not seen it now gets to see it in their home, and it's going to be even better.
Yeah, no, we always have family movie nights at
Yeah,
home. And even though we've gone to see this movie in
Yeah.
the theater multiple times,
Yeah.
I'm excited. We are excited to sit and watch it at home
Yeah.
and get the popcorn and cuddle up on
Absolutely.
the couch,
And don't you feel like every time you see it, you see something different?
Yes, every single time.
The animation is so rich, the jokes are so rich. I was laughing so hard at the premiere that I missed half of what happened in the film. So now that I watch it, because I bought it, once I see it again, I'm like, oh, that and that. So it's really great.
Yeah, so when you get your script, you're probably only getting your scene, right?
You get like a couple of lines. They like hand you a little script of paper as you walk in. You go, okay. Or you might walk in and they go, this is the situation.
Okay.
You know, because my roles are like cameos. Like I'm not one of the major characters in the film. So they go, this is what's happening. This is what you're doing. This is who you're playing. Like I'm playing with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So I knew that. I knew I was trying to get him out of the tuba. So all of that stuff I knew. But aside from what else was happening in the film, I had no idea.
So then what was your reaction when you saw it all together?
I loved it so much because I love the original Zootopia. And I think that Jennifer and Jason are so brilliant at what they do. And it's such a rich story that I was really excited to just see what's going to happen. I like to find out later, so I'm glad I didn't have the whole script.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's got to be fun to go in and not know. And then there's a tease for a third one.
I mean, listen, if they don't make a third one after this, I don't know what's going on.
They have to.
They have to make a third one. It's done too well.
I know.
Don't
First
leave
of all,
the people
it's done
hanging.
well,
Yeah.
but then they teased it.
Then they teased it. See, but that's to wet our whistle. That's for us to have this conversation. Because
Right.
now we're like, where's number 3? Come on, chop chops. That's what it's about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will say I fully didn't realize there were no birds in Zootopia until
I didn't
that end.
either. I didn't either. So that's where we're going. We're flying in the next one. We're going to be flying.
I know, and if they ask you to come back.
Are you
for
kidding
another
me?
voice,
Are you kidding me?
they have to.
I'm going to just hang out in the lobby of the animation studios and go, if you just need a voice, I happen to have a few. I have a few I can give you. Yeah, I hope they call me.
I'm sure they will.
I hope they do.
What's your favorite part about working with Disney? 'Cause, like,
Oh,
as a viewer,
gosh.
I love their stuff, but
Yeah, you know, I have yet to meet someone that's not kind at Disney. Like everyone, when they say it's the happiest place on earth, that's the theme parks, that's the animation studio, that's the red carpet with any of these wonderful people. We're like a traveling band of weirdos that just love joy and bringing joy. And so it's just delicious. It's a delicious time to be with people that are just really kind and fun. So that's my favorite part.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. One of my favorite things about this movie is just, I love how Judy kind of like comes into herself
Yeah.
finally. Like I feel
Yeah.
like we really get to see it.
Absolutely.
But what do you hope audiences and stuff take away from this movie?
You know, what I loved about the first Zootopia and this one is that you don't let other people limit you, and you don't let other people tell you who you are, who you can be, and what you can do in the world. And I think Judy, out of all the characters, embodies that. But I think every time a new character is introduced, you see that they're fully in themselves, and they're happy with who they are. And loving themselves doesn't make them hate anybody else. They all want everybody to be okay. This movie deals with accessibility and inclusion. Everyone has a car they can drive, a ramp they can go up, a water tube that'll wish them to where they can go with their breath control. Like it's just a inclusive, lovely, diverse world. And I think that's what we all need.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We get so much more of that in this one. Obviously
Yes.
bringing in the reptiles.
Yes.
And Gary, he's so good in this
Oh,
too.
he's so good. And one of the most joyous part is that in promoting the film and celebrating the film, I've got to spend so much time with all the other actors. And when I tell you he is the kindest, sweetest, most humble human being on the planet, same for Jennifer. Like it's just been an embarrassment of riches, I got to say.
Yeah.
Really
Jennifer,
has.
She's a big Disney fan.
She
too.
is. You know, she's seen the film. She and her family have seen the film. Last I saw her, which was about a week ago, it was 7 times in the theater.
7 times in the
7 times in the
Worth it,
theater.
though.
Absolutely worth it. And so now I think she's probably up to 12. And then now that it's on digital, they're probably watching every night at dinner.
And then it's going to be Disney Plus.
It's going to be Disney Plus on March 11th.
so exciting.
So exciting. And that's, listen, we all have Disney Plus at home. So, even though I don't feel bad that I bought it on digital first because I own that. And now anytime I want to stream it, I can just go to Disney Plus and stream it.
Right. And you can never trust streaming. I always get nervous when things
You got to
get
own it.
removed.
You better
Yeah.
own it. You better own it. I'm going to buy it on DVD when it's on DVD too.
Yeah, me too. Of course. I
I'ma do
love
it.
physical media.
I do too. I'm going back to that. I go to thrift stores now and I'll grab some DVDs because you never know when it's going to be snatched off of something. So you got to grab it.
Yeah, I got DVDs and I got vinyls.
Oh, I do
too.
too. Well, see, I'm old enough where I bought the original vinyls and I still have them. So.
I got a bunch from my mom.
Okay,
so
yeah.
that's cool,
That's,
yeah.
Thank you for saying that your mom had vinyl and I bought. That's, all right, Tessa. I think our time's up, Tessa.
All right. It is. Actually.
Okay.
But thank you so much.
Thank you,
and
honeys.
congratulations on
Thank
everything.
you. So nice to
And
meet you.
I really, truly cannot wait for the Community movie.
Oh,
I'm so excited
thank
for
you,
that.
honey. We can't wait either. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we're excited too.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Thank you,
so
honey.
much.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you. Thank
That was
you so
good.
much.